What's up guys, this is Anguzaki and today we're going to be going through all the Digimon songs, the Digimon openings that is. You see Digimon is my main, it's like I react to a lot of anime, but Digimon will be the one that I'm most passionate talking about, also the one which I got more expertise at. So grew up with Digimon, have like a lot of collectibles, and to this day a fan. I won't grow out of it, probably never. So let's check it out. I have some personal biases in the openings. Some of them were really awesome, memorable, iconic. Some of them not so much, but let's go through them and see what they did right and what they did even better. Disclaimer: this video is uploaded. This compilation was graciously uploaded by a channel called Agumon_lover. So I will link the channel below. Do check it out, and let's start. Butterfly, probably my favorite one. See that part, like from this opening itself, that was the one that hit everyone. Like that part where everyone is falling into the digital world, that speaks about their adventure itself, because that is the one that stuck to everyone, because it was completely original. Up until that point, we haven't seen any like there were kids group anime, gang animes and all for kids especially, but falling into the imagery, the visuals of falling together, each shows that how each, even in while falling, each kid has different reaction. That is something I noted very much later on. You see how different each of the kid deals with just crashing down differently. Yamato's just pissed. He's pissed that he's in the situation. Izzy is upside down. One of them was enjoying it even. And I love how they did not reveal what the main villain looks like. Digimon Adventure, if you guys didn't know, was originally it was supposed to be just this one arc, one and done series. It was supposed to end with Angemon's arrival and defeating Devimon, but the reaction, how people took it, made them want to continue the series. So yeah, Devimon, this opening, credit where credit is due. You can't tell what the plot is going to be from the opening. It just looks like one crazy adventure that you want to just delve yourself into. Familiarize yourself with each of the monsters. You can get their importance from the order in which they're shown. The first one is Agumon, so is he the most important one? But the last one to be shown is Paramon. So who's more important, the first guy or the last guy? If you're just considering the first arc, Paramon, TK Takeru was the MVP because it was his arc. So technically, yeah. All the Digimons being shown, all the enemies they're facing. The whole arc was an adventure in itself. This part is iconic too. Bodramon, Garurumon, Gavutramon, Kagu, Ainji, Toki. Oh, this probably, again, I'm contradicting myself, but this one is also really memorable. How each of the kids interact with their champion forms. Taichi basically stands and watches his Greymon, roar through the area. Soramon glides, hangs on to Bodramon. That's very risky. She should probably ride it like Izzy is doing, but this, Yamato riding Garurumon into the moon. Iconic. This is also awesome. You just have to carry her around. You can't do nothing about it. Oh man, this kid. This shows TK's innocence. He doesn't know what is going on. He has that expression in his face. But don't worry, you literally have a guardian angel watching your back. And the wing flap. Howling cluster. Harpoon. Yep, the first one, probably the best one. And now, at first when I was a kid, I wasn't that hooked onto it. That is until it was played again during the Mega Evolution. That's when it clicked. Okay, that's how this theme works. The beat, the straight launch into the music, no waiting, straight jumping into the instrumentals directly. And the new crest too. I mean, it's the old one, right? No, they each of them have some new crest also. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of this computer diving part. They used to repeat that same animation every time. It got old pretty fast. But I love how these three, even if it's just three new Digimon, each of them have unique personalities. Already there were 8 rookie Digimon. Technically, the 8th one is the rookie, but you get the point. And they all had different personalities, so it was hard to find new Digimon with personalities that don't that doesn't seem like a copy of the original 8, and they succeeded. There are no other rookies like these three. Hawkmon being the classy one, talks politely. What was his name? Shit, he's just cute. Vmon is Vmon. He's just another kid. He's like Daisuke's literal copy. You can kind of get what the plot is about, the real world, the digital world. And who was that creature watching over it? I wasn't a fan of their new Digivoice, especially the Nintendo-like thing. The Digivoice itself is fine. The designs are awesome this season, especially my man Stingmon, Kamen Rider inspired. People don't like Digimon for some reason. He looks stupid. I have a Digimon right here. I put it inside my plants. It's like just a plant decoration now, but it's totally original. I mean, if you don't count Remogimon, making a digging kind of Digimon with a drill as a protagonist, that's something that's not been done before. They are usually the side characters of order. Respect to them for making him a main. Especially Armadillomon, he's crazy. The way he says Dagia, Dagia, that is just original and cute. Nefertimon, not so much a fan. I don't know why. The expressionless face wasn't doing it for me. Right Ramon or Light Ramon, one of their best designs up to this date. It was an awesome season overall, but kind of sad if you didn't know they had originally different plans for this. The whole Daemon arc was supposed to be how it ended, but for some reason or the other, they just scraped it all off and brought in Myotismon's resurrection out of nowhere, Mom Demon's resurrection, I mean, and just completely altered the storyline. I didn't when I was a kid. Obviously, I didn't know that, so I didn't mind it as much. But even as a kid, I was kind of pissed at how they defeated Malomyotismon, Belial Vamdemon, sorry. But after getting to know the whole, Kari had some issues. What was that? She was having some visions of watching the Infinite Sea or something like that, and she did see some kind of Digimon over there. Then Demon came. Demon, man, if Demon was the main bad of this season, I can't even describe how different it would have been. It would have been so awesome. It would have rivaled the next one, which is arguably the best season, with one of the best openings also. Digimon Tamers. Especially how this begins, especially how the opening begins. You see here, this Guilmon's almost pixelated thing, it was so popular that it overtook Agumon as the icon for Digimon everywhere. Even the first online RPG was from Tamers inspired. I think the Rumble Arena games also had this as the logo, because originally the logo for Digimon was, I think, Tyrannomon, a pixelated version of Tyrannomon. Then Agumon became the mascot. But yeah, I think for a few years this was more popular as a sign. I mean, more popular as a Digimon logo. and it is for good reason. I love how it's pixelated, and it shows itself as a logo. I think this is the official logo for Tamers. See that pixelated D over there? That's what I'm talking about. And you just love how this starts. First, it's like without any music. Then suddenly, I don't even know what instruments are being used. Just three main characters, but totally relatable. You could choose your one most relating to. And this is the most artistic like opening so far. I think it was also a 4x4 frame, but here it's like a little more extended. The art style is just crazy awesome. You can kind of get their personalities just from that three panels over there, how Guilmon, Terriermon, and Renamon spend their day. Guilmon got irritating in the end. Bam! Whoosh. Sakuyamon, one of my favorite female humanoid Digimon designs, even more than Angiomon, mind you. Like, especially remember her Mega Evolution intro? Like, she had a different additional music to it, even though it wasn't 3D like the other two. It was the best evolution sequence. If you don't know why, go watch it again, especially that Japanese bell sounds and everything. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that ting ting, that was like, it was seriously memorable. You can see the silhouettes of the Tamer and the Digimon hanging out. Your eyes directly go to the back of their Digimon and their evolutions, but like, it would take some time for you to notice the silhouettes. I love that. Rika, Rookie, and Renamon just come and hi-fi each other. That's it. That's all the message. They basically communicated a whole battle with that hi-fi. And this is the best part. No, not yet. My favorite part ever in any Digimon opening. Just look how Beelzemon just walks into the frame, man. First your eyes go to Immon. He's walking with his quirky attitude like that. Then what he becomes. I kind of wish they didn't spoil this right from the very beginning. I don't know, was Beelzemon just a silhouette like during the earlier episodes, or did they just spoil his evolution from the get-go? Anyway, one of the most badass Digimons, almost as badass, no, probably for some people even more awesome than Black War Greymon too. The edgy, dark, lone wolf kind of Digimon. But I kind of wish they gave some more respect to the other kids. You kind of thought they would be like a part of the main crew at first, because we were used to having like 8 main kids, right? But they were just there for comedic purposes. Xros Wars did that too. Not a fan. But it had the best story. The straight story did not just scrape off the plot halfway through, fixed one storyline, and carried it through all the way to the end. They were not just pulling stuff out of their ass as the season went on. So that's why it's, to this day, it is the most mature and plot heavy plots for Digimon. This is probably not my least favorite season, but yeah, the opening was good, but yeah, it didn't have that impact for me. It felt like a happy adventure. No, I'm sorry. Like, it's like a, you're not worried for them. It's just a joyous, wonderful vacation kind of feel, uh, just from the opening itself. Fire, right? I think this was the first season to introduce transport Digimon, if you're not counting the Tamers movie. Now it's a mainstay. Yeah, they do delve into the plot in the opening also. I mean, the first part was nice till they defeated Cherubimon. That was awesome. Then they had to just bring in Royal Knights and embarrass them. Dynasmon, like I'm not a huge fan of Rodok Knightmon, but Dynasmon is one of the top 5, I guess top 6 at least in Royal Knights. But he definitely has the most offensive capability, and he was a joke. Not gonna lie, they just completely like. I know it was the first intro of the Royal Knights, but yeah, even they probably are thinking right now they should have given a little more credibility to the Royal Knights, because the villain is a demon lord, right? So each Royal Knight individually could handle not all the demon lords, but they are equipped to handle a demon lord in their normal form, not their advanced forms. So like two Royal Knights becoming underlings, two Royal Knights being underlings for Lucimon, that too the child form of Lucimon. Like at present that would be a joke, but that was a different time. Cherubimon was a great villain. The fight was awesome too. But this season also had, like, everyone had a favorite. Like I would think that all of you did not find Agunimon or Takuya as your favorite kid. We like related to each of the kids like ourselves. So in the end, focusing only on Lobomon and Agunimon, them getting 5 spirits each, becoming like Emperor Greymon, Magna Garurumon. That was not fair, man. That's when Digimon, like, now it's a common trend. I don't want to even go to the Digimon 2020, what they're doing with Daichi, but that's when it got irritating. But yeah, this season did have some of the best evolution sequences with the will, and there was the other music for the evolution that was iconic too. And why I love the evolutions in this is because the kids, you can see them going through some kind of painful agony while they like undergoing their evolution. It's not a smooth, like enjoyable process. It actually hurts them. You can see them almost screaming before digivolving. So that was awesome. That felt badass. It's not like one click. It's not like being a Power Ranger. It hurts. Digimon Savers. Yeah, this was the first Digimon season that I watched with the advent of the internet. I think our house got Wi-Fi, the modem one, like the phone router one, back in 2004 or something. And I watched Digimon Savers the whole season through YouTube. At that point, I just thought there were just 3 seasons at Digimon. There's nothing more. So you can only imagine how ecstatic I was to know there is another season at Digimon, like almost 50 something episodes, and I haven't seen it yet. I didn't even have, like, there was no other way for me to know that without getting the internet. So it was a good experience that had awesome moments which made me feel deaths. Some of the deaths got to me. Like leaving Tamers, this one also at some point kind of got real mature. There were like serious adult moments dealing with sickness and death, and sacrifices, losing parents, and yeah, it was crazy. This season did have its moments. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. And especially the main guy, Diamond Masaru, is unique. There's no tamer like him, and there won't ever be. What was the girl's name? I like that. The female tamer in this was also kind of, not that Sakura personality which many shonen anime have, because the females in shonen are usually just damsels in distress. This one was not. Raveman. Anything that looks like a Kamen Rider or Batman, automatically a win. And their evolution, how they like slide their hand through the Digisoul, especially how the frames slow down. I mean, there are more frames in that. Always a win. They showed Omegamon in the opening. Like, by that time, we all kind of had Omegamon as one of our favorite Digimon. Now there are more awesome Digimons on the list, but showing Omegamon and him not being that big a deal. He barely had like total of 2 minutes of screen time. Kind of not fair. Why would you show Omnimon? I guess to get the audience hooked. Probably smart tactic. Now that I think about it. Magnamon. They highlighted Magnamon. Like many of them are just silhouettes, but they like animated Magnamon with color. Yeah, the sacrifices were. I kind of wish Shine Greymon's burst mode would have a different design. Like Mirage Gogomon completely altered itself, but Shine Greymon just got a red overdo. So did Rosemon and Raymon, now that I think about it. Mirage Gogomon is the only one with the proper burst mode. Digimon Fusion. Oh, sorry. Xros Wars. Why did I say Fusion? It was written Fusion. I just went along with it. I guess the first half was seriously good. Second half again, I never like it when the seasons have divided itself into two halves. Again, a reason why Tamers was the best season. The rest of them have like during the first 30 episodes or so, one villain, the next someone else. Why? What is that? And I haven't seen that kind of storytelling in any other anime now that I think about it. It's only Digimon that does this. Makes no sense, but yeah, the first half, I guess Tactimon was the final boss. Then Bagramon came into the play. The first half was high stakes, serious tension were there, and the other two kids who came along with Taiki, again, a season where the first two kids along with the main character just get thrown off and just become comedic apparatus in the next half. I was seriously disappointed because they had some awesome moments in the first half too. But yeah, not a fan of Digicross much. Some of the designs were good. I kind of liked the Beelzemon revamp, but overall, but the manga was crazy. Like if the manga was an anime, easily it would outdo Tamers also. If you haven't read Xros Wars manga, if anyone of you who is a Digimon fan hasn't read Xros Wars manga or V-Tamer or Chronicles or Next, do that first, because there are serious storylines that need to be adapted instead of just rehashing the old things and having no plot whatsoever. Like what is going on with 2020? Let's get into it. But their opening was good. Yeah, again the opening was kind of a happy, jumpy kind of let's have a fun time kind of opening. But it did show us what what the main yeah, it's like this is their adventure. Rain, sitting through the rain. Cute one, was it? Yeah. The first three kids, they should have just kept that. I mean, Kiriha was important, but they should have just thrown these two off the screen like that. The first few crosses, Digicross, Cross 4, up until Cross 4-5, it looked awesome. I'd give you that. But that Omnimon kind of face was getting old. Every one of the Mega Digimons is having that same face. I mean, yeah, he is Omnimon inspired, but yeah, that was a good opening. It was a fun season too, the first half. There are two openings, but here there's only one. Digimon Hunter, officially, unarguably, the worst season. If anyone else has a different opinion, do comment down below. For me, it's an opinion, but still, what was there? What was the plot? Why was it there? If not for just for having that crossover from all the characters till then, that was its sole purpose. Because I don't even remember what was happening each episode, other than the main kid Tagiru and Taiki and the other two kids from the previous season. There were some more protagonists here. I don't remember them. I can't even picture them right now. It was that forgettable. And Gumdramon was not an original personality. It had the same kind of quirk to it, like Vmon, or I guess like Vmon. And the song, not a fan. What was it? Stand up boys, then stand up girls. There's just one girl who is not even. She's like C grade in this. The animation was seriously subpar too. The opening makes it look like something serious is going on. I mean, yes, Quadsmon is seriously powerful, but again, defeated through bullshit means, which is a serious trope in Digimon overall. Way back from Apocalypse to whoever is gonna come in Digimon 2020. Still showing a silhouette of Omnimon, I see. Astamon was awesome. Too bad he turned out a villain. Psychmon, Gabamon's variant. Nice. Crossmon, did I just say Crossmon? Shoutmon, the king of Digimon, is the secondary character in this. Like, who'd take that seriously? Yes, now we come to Appmon. What do I say about this? It's like I don't know if I like it or I don't, because the Digimons in this were seriously well designed after so many years. Original designs with great animation, and that Agumon's cameo, Wargreymmon's appearance in this, well done. The fights were awesome too. Like, it's hard to say which Digimon's mega level is your favorite, because they're all well done. There's no goofy looking one. But at the same time, the protagonist, Haru, right? What was his thing? You remember what his thing was? He kept going around saying that he wants to be the main character. That's his goal. He wants to be the main character. I am the main character. That's what he kept saying. Like, imagine you and your gang is like sitting around in a park or something, or a parking lot, and this kid comes to you and he says that, like, he's the main character, you're all side characters. What are you gonna do to him? This was that kid, and he wants to be the main character, but I guess officially the most wimpiest protagonist, also even Takeru, was better than him. Like, at least had more guts. That's what the main shonen character is supposed to do, right? Have guts. But he cried. I'm not saying crying is a bad thing, but it kind of got old real fast. So let's check out the opening, I guess. But the Digimon were awesome. The last fight, it was a good concept too. Like that girl's Digimon too. Well, I don't know, Dokumon or something. All of his forms are awesome. Especially that Hackmon's dragon in the end. Whew. Digimon Adventure Tri had a really bad opening, which is compilations of the scenes in the movie, if you're counting it as a movie. I didn't like it. I didn't like Digimon Adventure Tri. I still don't understand what happened. Like, what was the plot? Homeostasis, something. Like, I followed it through till everyone lost their memories. That moment especially was the standout moment, Hercules Cabutramon's debut. But it lost me after that. Especially how they like disgrace older like iconic Digimon like Machine Dramon. What is this? It's like the opening of Power Rangers. Everyone's just standing around and their names are being... It's not the 90s, bro. Everyone lost their personalities in this. That was a sad... Especially wearing that uniform. It was bland. The animation was shit. Oh yeah, the worst character. I do not count her as the 9th chosen child. What was I got sick and tired of her crying all the time, and that Digimon was irritating too. It was not cute. I don't care what you say, Meikumon is not cute. So the final opening, Digimon Adventure 2020. It's been 20 years since, like, I guess 22 years, this 21, and it will be 22 years this season, right? This season, it did a lot of things right, but everything got overshadowed by the fact that it was a Tai Chi. It is a Tai Chi centric show. Like saying it's a reboot of the Digimon Adventure, it is a reboot of the Digimon Adventure would not have you expecting this atrocity. Like, I'll give, okay, first of all, let me tell the positives. The animation, they know where to spend their budgets. In filler episodes, it's not as much, but like during the major fights, they do go all out, and it will be memorable animation. It will be awesome fights that would like always be there in history, in textbooks, right? That's the main thing. Going back and watching fights in YouTube, you want to remember it being awesome, and even in, like 10-20 years later, it would be. But yeah, also they gave respect. The power scaling is the most accurate I've seen. They do not just take some old iconic Digimon or even a new one, introduce it, and then completely like humiliate it. Even, for example, how they defeated what was his name, the green version of uh, what it said, Slayer Dramon's previous level, Core Dramon. Is it Core Dramon? No, I think it's Core Dramon. But anyway, how all the ultimates together had a hard time defeating that. That is proper power scaling. It's not like how Wong Longmon was embarrassed in Xros Wars, or how yeah, Lucimon was embarrassed in Xros Wars, or like the other seasons also have done this disrespect scenarios. But yeah, the most accurate power scaling so far in this season. Respect to all the old Digimon, especially from Frontier. And yeah, but where they mess up is just I don't know if it's a budgetary reason. Maybe it's due to the COVID pandemic. They can't bring all the voice actors together at a time. After 3-4 episodes, all the kids again split up, and it's, you'd think each kid would get their own episode, but it's again all focused on Tai Chi, and they would have small cutting scenes showing what the other kids are up to, but that would last like 30 seconds. Then it's back to Tai Chi's thing. It's about Tai Chi, and obviously, since it's a Digimon digital monster show, we would all have our favorite monsters and characters and chosen children. But since they want to go this route, I would officially have to say I'm not a fan, but I'm curious to see how it would end up, because the other kids have to get their mega. Obviously, they're not gonna get awesome animations like the first two. I mean, Yamato and Taichi did, but Yamato, you'd think they would like at least share the credit. If the last villain, whoever is having the bad luck of being the villain this season, is also defeated by Taichi combining everyone's powers and Wargreymon doing some bullshit move, that would be it. That would make this season worse than Digimon Hunters. It would be the worst season, because they just don't respect. I mean, Digimon Hunters also had just one protagonist. He was the main protagonist. That they had it as their thing. He was the focus. We got it from the start. It wasn't like, because the other kids were from the previous season, so they had their chance to shine. This is not like that. I'm just grinding my gears. It's something that still irritates me. But yeah, the opening was kind of cool. Is kind of cool. Especially Goku's narration. His voice is always Goku. That's the logo. They used to show this clip in the beginning every time it started. It had a great start. This feather was Angemon's, right? I think the whole Digimon got their chance to shine. They won't even be that important anymore. It's a throwback. Holy shit, I just realized that. The falling animation is back with the 4x4 main aspect ratio. But this time it's just Taichi. He's the only one falling. They showed this to us from the beginning. It's just we who were expecting it not to be like that. Obviously, you wouldn't want to think that it's just focused on Taichi. But see, it's clearly shown from the opening itself. Yep, now it all makes sense. It's Taichi. Taichi, Agumon, Koromon, Bodomon, right? Why did I think? I just thought it was like their choice of animation. I didn't seriously think it was gonna be Taichi centric. Now that I look at it, it's all Taichi. Dang. Then why couldn't they do a series like V Tamer? Hey, that was Taichi too. We didn't complain. Why have they? But it is a well done opening. I'm waiting for Omnimon's return. I mean, I guess we are all tired of seeing Omnimon again and again. Probably, uh, like, is it too much of me to expect Victory Greymon or Z Garurumon? Is there any chance that would happen? Probably not, but still. And wasn't there Ceres Garurumon waiting to appear in this too? Because since Blitzgreymon came and the card game has Ceres Garurumon in it, will they? I don't think so. Like now there are like 14, 15 episodes left. 14, I think now. There's no way they can fit Ceres Garurumon into it. Even if they do, it would be a bland animation because Blitzgreymon's first debut was horrible. It basically was a slideshow. He didn't even move. They just slid Blitzgreymon through the screen, and there was no basic evolution sequence also. Yeah, I guess I should be, happy that they got him to get some screen time, but still, like, I don't know who's up there writing this stuff. It's waiting for next Sunday. Howemon's appearance. She won't be getting an animation. Definitely no evolution sequence, but yeah, I don't think there's a villain for her to fight. I think it's like I'm predicting from what we saw in the promo. She just gets stuck in some volcano or something. I vaguely remember that. I think Phoenix Mount comes just to save her from some catastrophe. Hopefully there's a good Digimon fight going on, but yeah, that was the openings. It was a good ride through memory lane. I would say my favorite opening would be Digimon Tamers. Favorite season and favorite opening. Like, I'm not biased. Digimon Adventure is the most iconic and memorable season for me. I grew up as a kid watching this in Arabic, mind you, not understanding what was going on. I mean, you'd get what was going on just from the scenes, but I didn't understand the dialogues. I don't speak Arabic. I was just in Qatar at that time, and yeah, I was hooked, instantly hooked. Before that, I watched Pokemon 2. I think in Cartoon Network, that was also in Arabic, but like the monsters, they didn't click that much for me. They all look like teddy bears. I'm not trying to get anyone mad, but Digimon is something else. That was good. What are your favorite openings? Do comment down below. Did you have a different opinion from what I said? Which was your favorite season? What are your thoughts on the current season? Do comment down below and suggest what else I should react to. I will see you guys this Sunday.